Michelle Bizzell, Leslie Jones,
And Marie.
and Maria.
Hi,
Took
Hi.
so long. Sorry. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you ladies doing?
I am good, thank
Very
you.
good.
Very good. So here we are going to speak about the real estate market, the spring market. It's spring today, and the
That's
mortgage
right.
and how it's been impacted by world events. So talk to us about the mortgage rates.
Yeah, so
Um,
unfortunately, mortgage interest rates are being affected in a negative way by by the conflict in Iran and the Middle East, which is, actually a little bit atypical because typically in the past, like when there would be, war typically leads investors into treasuries, which means that bond prices go up and yields go down and rates go down. But this time, the Iran conflict is inflationary. And
Right.
so instead of that happening, bonds have sold off and are pushing rates a little bit higher. The day today was a kind of a disastrous day in the bond market. Bonds have been tumbling worldwide, as they're very concerned about this new potential inflation shock. And now there's even some talk of, like, Europe raising some rates instead of doing rate cuts. um, what that's equated to, like, in terms of like where we were, say, a month ago versus today, um, is anywhere from a quarter to a half a percent. So one could say, like, okay, well, that's not, horrible, right? But I will say this, like, even in the last 3 weeks, while rates have been, not certainly not going down, either staying like steady to slightly increasing, we've seen an incredible uptick in mortgage applications,
Right.
right? I mean, this
Right.
is the buying season. I think I had a client today who probably expressed it best. He, was understood a little bit how the markets work, and he said, "Look, here's the thing. Actually, Michelle, I need to introduce you. I need to introduce him to you because
Okay.
he's looking for something in Westchester, and he mentioned he
Okay.
does not have an agent. So remind me to come
I
back to
will.
that."
No problem.
Um, but he said to me, he's like, "Look, I know that, rates are a little bit higher than where they were a month ago, but here's my situation. Like, we really want to move to Westchester. We need to get situated. We know that inventory is low. And so once I find something, I'm going to need to pounce on it, regardless of where the rates are. And I'm just going to have to worry about that later. Like, maybe if
Right.
rates, because
Right.
listen, we were really starting to see rates come down,
It's definitely did.
in a
Yeah.
really positive
It'll
way.
drop again.
Yeah, and we finally felt like, okay, yeah, like now we're on that trajectory downward. And I do believe that will happen. It will happen, right? But it's probably not going to happen until
Right.
I think it will come back. It's just,
it
right
will.
now,
Yeah,
it's right now. No one knows where things are.
Right.
We are
right.
in the spring market. People, probably typically won't close for a few months so they
Right.
can ride the market. They don't have to lock in now. People
Yeah.
going through the end of the summer
Right.
can kind of watch what's going on. That's what I recommend at this moment. I'm sure you feel the same way. So,
So
Right.
I either recommend that, or we have a product that allows somebody to lock in. They pay a deposit up front. So, like
Right.
most rate locks, you don't have to pay anything.
Right.
But we do have an extended rate lock where you pay a deposit and you do get that deposit back. So it's not like an extra closing cost, but you do
Right.
pay it up front. And it gives you the option. It gives you it gives you the comfort of locking in now, so that if rates continue to go up, at least
Right. You're protected.
yeah, you didn't hit that. But if rates when rates start to come down, it allows you to float down one time, so before you
Oh,
close.
that's great.
So
that's what
yeah,
I
so once your loan is approved and you feel like you're within 60 days of closing, you can execute this float down.
sounds good.
That
Yeah.
sounds
Pay extra for that cost, or is it
You
something?
you do. You pay depending on the type of loan you're getting, you're either going to pay a quarter point or 3/8 of a point up front. But
right.
again, it is a deposit only. They get the money back at the closing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. And it's
Yeah.
a lot of protection. I mean, that's a great option. It gives you, I mean, I wasn't aware of that. I think that's fabulous.
Yeah.
I,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Not, I don't know that every lender has that, but it's a product that we
Right.
have. And
Product, yeah.
it's a really nice product. I also
yeah.
referred somebody to you the other day, so we'll speak about that later on.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, to your point, the market, I can tell you that there are so many buyers out there. And even despite what's going on in the world and the economy, people are out there looking. I just read that the average price of the median price in Westchester is like $1,025,000. It just came up. It was
Yeah.
just posted. That to me is unbelievable that the average of the median price home is at over $1 million now. I mean,
Yeah.
when you think of the young buyer buying today, I think that's just amazing. It went up from like
Yeah.
in the eights not too long ago when we spoke.
I
And
know.
the inventory is what I read is a 1.3 month supply. That is nothing. I mean, people really have to pounce on something and I think bid up the properties because there's just no inventory. And I hope,
You're
so
right.
I will say, I am seeing in this week alone, a bunch of homes coming onto the market. I think
Yeah.
Rochelle, there must have been 8 in
Oh, that,
today. So, and in Scarsdale as well. So I'm starting to see pockets, even Harrison, which has nothing. It's only a very high end in terms of pricing in Harrison, but I am seeing some inventory coming on the market, but it's also being eaten up. So
Right, they don't sit for very long.
no,
Everything,
no.
you gotta, once you, once you get an accepted offer, you
the move.
have to move like within like the day.
Yeah.
And go back and forth and, sort of get things to the finish line within
Yeah.
20 hours of doing your inspection and being ready with your money and all that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I feel too, and I don't know if you ladies are seeing this, I feel too that that this spring market really seems to me to, I think another reason why it seems like busier already is because we were in such a deep freeze for the first couple months of the year. I mean,
correct.
and so that really put a lot of people like, where they weren't even going out and looking because either you couldn't drive or, it was
The weather was bad.
right.
freezing and all of that too. So yeah, so I mean, I'm really like hopeful because we're seeing all of this activity. Even with as badly as the markets are doing, the rates aren't spiking up, because I have seen that happen. So,
Right.
while we do have a bit of an uptick in rates, it's not, what I would refer to as egregious. Yeah.
Right. I
Yeah.
will say that the homes that are selling really quickly are those that are move-in ready. I think people really want a situation where they don't have to do too much renovation,
Yeah.
unless maybe they're trading up and they're comfortable renovating a home. But the average first-time buyer, they want something that they can move into. So
Yeah.
those are selling really quickly.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And
Yeah.
a lot more than probably what the initial asking was. So.
That's for sure, right? I mean,
Right.
they've been bid up an enormous amount. So it'll be interesting to see what goes forward. But I will say that I think going forward into the spring market, really we're now in March, almost April, the homes, the prices are holding steady and most communities are very robust. So in
Yeah.
terms of purchase price. So I think
Yeah.
that's great, right? So
Agreed.
but
Yeah.
see what happens with the mortgage rates. And let's speak later on about the person I have possibly for you. And
Yes. And me for you. Yes.
okay, so listen, have a great weekend and enjoy the spring. And it is nice out today, so
It is. Yes. It's literally the first day of spring. So now
right.
we have to be in store for better weather.
We hope so. Okay, have a great day.
Have a great weekend. Bye bye.
Well, bye
Bye
bye.
bye.